Vlog time. Fuck the intro, let's get straight into it. With CapCut introducing more risk constraints by way of limiting what output you could have to 720 and also putting in a watermark. That's when I jumped from there to DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, that's the one. Being I built up a backlog of content in preparation for having to change, I've scheduled all that, and that's nearly at the end of where we're at. There's a few more vlogs and long form piece of content. I then started filming a whole heap of mic'd up and fully live sort of content, playing guitar, my songs, originals. And then there was the TikTok ban. That was a problem, especially for me. I'm a small content creator, so other larger content creators could say, go to my Instagram or go to my YouTube. As soon as you mention another platform, or as soon as you show a logo for another platform, your views take a hit. Big content creators, they can afford to wear that hit because the benefit outweighs the hit. But I'm only small, so I couldn't afford to take that hit. So I had to find a creative way of getting people to go to those platforms without mentioning those platforms. So the way I came up with was incorporating the Wizard of Oz and humor. So showing the Wizard of Oz, and I said, this is how I imagine my friends and fans going to find me on other platforms. But I didn't mention which platform, so in theory I shouldn't have taken a hit. And when I posted it on TikTok, I didn't take a hit. I have my regular views for that. I will repost it on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts because I made it in such a way, I didn't make it specific for any platform either. I didn't specifically say the TikTok ban. So that way I can repurpose it. So being I'm only small creator, I have to try to find ways to get the maximum bang for my buck when it comes to my time spending and creativity. Following that, I did a sneaky repost because there was a blackout. So that gave us an opportunity to try to hit different regions other than America that may not have ordinarily seen my content. So I repurposed some old, if you like, type content and quickly got that out during the blackout. Yeah, it went alright. It didn't. I picked up a few new local fans, which was great because my biggest fan base seems to be in America, which is great. I love having fans, but it would be nice to have some local fans and local support as well, especially for collaborations and for a local tour. Silver linings to every rain cloud. You got to find them. With the TikTok ban, I also, prior to it and seeing it coming, I started migrating a lot of my short form content over to YouTube Shorts. Something I have noticed, and it's probably worth paying attention to. On TikTok, I used to use a lot of masking instead of green screens because I thought it was hilarious to have a really dodgy highlighter around the outside, or as some people said, it's edgy by looking edgy, which I think is rather cool. But over there, that low quality, or almost thumbing in the nose of higher quality production, was enjoyed. It was really liked. But I've noticed since coming over to YouTube, no. They don't play like that. They don't like that at all. So that's meant that I'm having to change from doing masking for funny green screen stuff to actual using green screens and color key and color key removal. This poses a problem for me because I'm always in green. Green's my jam. And you can't use a green screen with green clothing because it removes your clothing, but not in a good way. You just literally become a floating head or a floating face. So to get around this, I went to the local shops and spent $10 or $15 and bought a blue sheet. Because I don't wear any blue, it means that I can still use the color key removal and it won't be affected. There is one downside to this though, as I've found out since. I have blue eyes. So using this method, it means a lot of my clips now I'll have black eyes. It kind of looks a bit creepy. So I have the choice of either changing my robe or just running with black eyes. So I'm just going to run with the black pupils because it's easier than changing clothes and brand color. I am aware that in coming weeks it's going to probably get a bit of negative backlash, but I prepared a video already in advance for that. I also tried some different, after doing heaps and heaps of research and everyone banging on about storytelling. Storytelling. So while laughing to myself, I went, well, fine, fuck it. I'll do some storytelling. But once again, I'm time short. So I went to AI and got it to create me a story. And then I found some appropriate pictures to go along with that story. I tried to use an AI generator, but it wouldn't let you do it without paying to get it, basically. They're like, here it is, but you gotta pay us now. And I'm like, nah, fuck that noise. So I got some pictures myself, got the story, went to DaVinci and put it all together myself, and then voiced my own talk over. The results of that, through testing, on TikTok, it went terribly. Half my usual views, so lesson learnt there. I've got a long form version that I'm posting on YouTube shortly, so I'll have to give this an update as to the stats on that one. With regards to music, I have recorded 2 what I call lounge room jam sessions, and I'm still tweaking the sound and the video, but I think I'm getting close to where I can get to without having to upgrade my camera. That'll be in the future when I get some more money. But I think I've got it tweaked with the set, the lights and everything now. So I started recording some lounge room sessions. I did 5 or 6 songs in each session, just played through once and then recorded the lot. The reason I did this is because it gave me the opportunity to once again delve more into the video editing side of things, and this was fairly simple. I just have to cut between multiple cameras and do some zooming and then put some overlaying of words and then tweaking. And then it also gave me the opportunity. Previously in CapCut you had very limited opportunities and features when it came to sound, especially without the paid version. But in DaVinci Resolve, I've got all these sound options I never previously had, like noise cancelling, getting rid of hiss and hum, increasing brightness and respreading the panning of the stereo. I've been playing a lot with that for the last week to try to get the sound of both my vlogs and my live music better. Week in, week out, it's always about just being 10% or even 1% better than you were the week before. In addition, being that this is only a small channel, I'm taking the opportunity to do a bit of experimentation as well, and posting a few other random things, as you probably noticed, like looking into the psychology and the philosophy of subconscious cognitive bias and the impact it had on my music, which was one of my previous vlogs. And I did another previous vlog about the impacts or the effects of having Asperger's in the music industry, pros and cons. I won't do them too regularly, just to either address issues or address something that's come up through the week or through the month. But I will try to just experiment with different formats like that, more of a talking head type format. More so than anything else, it'll be a lot of practice just talking to a camera and being in front of a camera, because even though it's just a camera and there's no one in the room, for some reason it still triggers my social anxieties. So that's going to take some getting used to. And while ever I'm doing it as well, I get practice for editing and tweaking and fine-tuning the sound and the video and all the fun stuff that you learn along the way. It's going to take some practice getting used to just talking to a camera, I think. You'd think it's easy, but so much of a conversation, there's to and fro, and you kind of work off the other person's vibe, and the conversation changes direction and topics because of that. But when you're just talking to a piece of plastic and glass, it kind of feels impersonal and weird. So that's another big hurdle that'll have to be dealt with for these vlogs, and I guess in time, with enough practice, you get there. So I hope. I'll keep you in the loop and let you know if it's true or not. But time will tell. This channel is still in its infancy. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still taking on a lot of feedback, and every week I'm watching more and more videos and trying to better myself. It will take me a little while to get better and better. If people jump online early or jump on board early and join this quest, nay, this adventure, then you'll get to see the progress in real time, which is why I'm documenting it, because a lot of the time you just see fully polished and wonderful videos, but you don't see the struggle getting up to that point. I'm hoping shining a light on what goes on behind the scenes, and the face palms and the head bashing of the wall and all the fun stuff. I think I might try to keep trying different formats. I might do a tutorial on how to play a song or two. I might try to do a few random outdoor things, not just playing unplugged, but more a vlog or two outdoors, because it's summer, and as nice as it is filming in my little cave, my wizard's tower here, my library, I think I need some vitamin D and some sunlight, and I usually go out there without a camera, because for some reason a lot of the wildlife and critters, they don't like cameras. It takes me quite a while to get them used to having a camera around so I can film them, which is why I have very limited wildlife clips. And especially if this is my local ones, if I'm working in the bush and it's wildlife I'm not familiar with and already friends with, they really don't like cameras. I will try to get more walking, talking vlogs, so watch this space. So if there is anything else or any topics or anything you would like me to cover, just let me know. It's a wizard's duty to pass on knowledge. Rock on.